Hi you guys, it's Stephanie with Coffee Paper Scissors. Okay, so here I am again with the Scrappy journal thingy, and I have some papers ready to kind of make into signatures. After the last video, I went and I just made up some coffee and sprayed things. So I did just a little bit of spraying on this to grunge it up a little bit. I'm gonna push that over to the side. And then I took different pieces of papers from my scrap box and just tried to make up some pages, you know, for the signature, for the one signature anyway. I think I'm gonna do 2 signatures. And so if you haven't gone over and watched Darcy's video yet, definitely do that. But she had different pages, you know, just kind of folded here and there, different lengths, different sizes, and then she was sticking other scraps to it, you know, for decoration. Hard to explain, but it just looks really cool and, you know, uses things up, which is great. So that's what I'm doing here, just kind of poking things together. I, you know, pre-cut them and then I spray them, and then let them dry. And they've been sitting for a couple of days. I don't know if I'm gonna have that as like a page. I'm gonna have to cover that, or what. I'm not sure. I feel like, I mean, I had in mind some things to do, and now that I'm about to sneeze, excuse me, now that I'm doing this, I don't remember for sure what I was going to do. But so first I'm just going to get, you know, these pages kind of together. And I don't know, you know, how fat this will end up being. So right now I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And I might add, I don't know. And that's, again, that's why I generally sew my signatures in when I'm done, because I just never know what I'm going to have to add or take away. This one I'm probably going to add as like, you know, like a something flip out. I don't know. I'm not sure. I had already folded these, and once I got them all together in signatures, I realized that they needed to be grungied up a little bit. Well, anyway, I thought they needed to be, so that's why they're folded already. I should have sat and inked them too, but it's all right. Now, I don't know what I was going to do with this. I've got it, I don't know, I've got it grungied. After I made the first video, I sat and played for quite a while. And then I wanted to go ahead and start putting things together, and realized that they were too bright white. And so all of the ideas that I had, you know, they're pretty much gone now. I'm not sure if which way that's going to go. I might go this way on this side, and this side is like this. I don't know. Okay, so those are just some pieces. So let's see, this one is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So they each have 8 pages. And I'm going to take this one and just kind of start adding some things. I think that I was going to add this little bird somewhere, because like maybe here, because the blue kind of goes. So let's do that. Where is my, I'm looking for my smaller bone folder, you guys. Where'd it go? There it is. And I'm gonna do a little bit of inking and stuff. I don't know if I'm in camera right now, but I'm just rounding the edges and trying to catch my trash up there. And then I'm gonna glue here, so this will be showing. So I'm just gonna ink the one side. No need to ink the other. These birds I had thrown in my scrap pile after making my calendar. So that's what these were from. Try and get that all the way to the side, or you know, enough glue. I feel like I need to put a little bit more glue there. And then off camera, I will be adding stitching and stuff like that. All right. See, I feel like I wanted to add, again, I'm not sure about this pink. But I want to use unexpected. You know, like these wouldn't normally go together, right? Because it's very pink, but it's supposed to be made out of scraps, so I shouldn't be thinking about it. Darcy's been coaching me. She's like, just try to just let it go. I'm like, oh, you don't understand. But maybe if I put enough ink on it. Okay, so let's see. I'm going to, I don't like, since I coffee dyed it, I don't like how everything's like getting in my way, so I'm just gonna keep that out of my way for a little bit while I'm trying to figure out what to do here. And if I want to do it at all, I just don't know. I'm forcing myself to use that, and that's probably a problem. Maybe if I just add that, it kind of changes it a little bit. Do you think? Okay, so what I'm going to do, I'm going to cut this down a little bit. Somewhere I've got a paper cutter. And I'm going to ink around this. So we got snow the other day, the last time I saw you. It snowed that morning, that night, you know, the night before. And I figured it would melt, but it's mostly still out there. We didn't get a lot, you know, like just over an inch or something like that. And it's off the sidewalks, it's off the roads and all that kind of thing, but it's still in the grass. Oh, that's not right. So my raking the day before that was perfect. Okay, so that's there. I have no idea what I will end up doing on this page. It's so thin, I don't know. This page, what do I have? What do I have? I don't know, Darcy. Actually, let's see. I don't know. It's making me all very nervous. Phone is upside down, or that would be good. So I made these out of a, I don't know what I made it out of. If it has company name and phone and all that kind of stuff, I have no idea. So this is one of those videos where you guys maybe cannot hear the panic, but I am certainly panicking, you know, because I feel I mean, you guys don't even know. This is so out of my comfort zone. I'm freaking out just a little bit. Okay, so if I don't ink this now, I'm not going to be able to, and I feel like it needs ink. And then I'll worry about whatever other page I do when I do it. You know, like the other side of it. I don't know what's going to go on there, so I'm not going to worry about it right now. Okay, so I'm going to glue this down starting around here, and I'm going to let the rest of it kind of hang off. That's what Darcy was doing. See, I should have watched her video again before doing this today. It's been a few days, and I just don't remember. It's hard to copy somebody when you can't remember what they were doing. She had some number tile things. I think she said Tim Holtz numbers, and they're kind of like a plasticky or something. And she used those as tabs. Well, I don't have any of those. And she also was using medallions that she had. And so I thought I'll make some. So I made my own little number thingies with my different dies, you know, die cuts. So I just did, you know, black and craft paper, and then I Mod Podged them. I tried so many different things. I tried using the embossing powder, and it did not work for me. I'm going to put some of these numbers on here. So these are numbers that I have left over from making those little number things. So that might be fun. I'm wondering if I should maybe 560, maybe I'll go like that. The embossing powder. So, you know how you stick the, the stamp thingy to get the sticky? Well, I pressed down really, a lot and tried really hard to get that stuff all over. But since it was 2 layers and they were cardstocky, it didn't work so good. And I tried the thick embossing powder, which I have never tried before, and I don't know if that was also part of my problem, but it just did not work. There were places around where the embossing powder just totally missed. And then I saw where it says if you put more embossing powder on it while it's still tacky, it'll fill in, or you can do another layer. It didn't work. It actually just kind of got overheated and made my embossing, the glaze of it looked like hazy. So that didn't work out so great, but that's okay. So I just did Mod Podge over it instead. And then also, I'll show you what else I was making this morning. She has a medallion maker thingy. I don't remember for sure if it's like a die cut or if it's an embosser and a die cutter. I don't remember. I remember her showing it a while back, but I don't remember exactly what it is. So I made my own. I just used one of my embossing folders, and I embossed the paper, and then I have 3 layers here to make it kind of thick. So the same paper that's here is here, and I just use one of my paper punches to, cut the shape out. And then I used the Inca Gold to go over the embossed area and around the edges. So I have some little medallions I can stick in mine too. And it's all from scraps. I didn't do anything new. It's all scraps. These are also some things that I made quite a while back. If you guys remember, we did these using scraps and stamps. So I brought those out. I don't have very many of them left. I used them on some project. I don't even remember what. So this had this piece of scrap paper had a weird cut to it. And so I just straightened it all out and made it into a little pocket. So you could leave it as a flip out, or you could write on it, or it could be a pocket. I'm just gonna make it a pocket. Okay, so let's glue that down. Okay, no idea what's going to go in that pocket at this point. I am going to have to make something. I just don't have enough of everything. This will probably, definitely, maybe become a pocket. I don't know for sure. Actually, I do know something I kind of remember I wanted to put on here. I think I'll do a pocket just because I don't like how it wants to open. So we'll glue it down. I'm just kind of inking. I'm not getting all, you know, too fussy about it. I have somewhere I have this from also when we were doing the calendar, the altered calendar. That was just a leftover sunflower that I had, and I figured I'd glue that down. I sprayed it with coffee, and I see like coffee splash right here. My printer is, what is it? Laser. So stuff doesn't soak in. Sometimes it just sits on top. Trying to figure out where my line is. I have half a little thing that I made. I do have a couple of things, Darcy, that are pre-made, so that's good. Or, let's see. No, I think that's good. I will do that. Okay. See, I'm wanting to use one of my medallions, but I feel like I've done too much on there already. I feel like actually that I'll do the medallions kind of when I'm getting to the point where I'm putting everything in so that things look like equally staggered, even though I'm trying to not think this out too much. Right. Actually, I probably will use one of the medallions on this. I'm going to leave this as an open, you know, where you can open it instead. And we'll do a little medallion on that. How about that? I think that'll sound pretty good. Somebody was mentioning putting up their, one of my friends locally was mentioning putting up their Christmas tree pretty soon or preparing for it. And I was like, what? And I was like, oh my gosh, that's right. Thanksgiving is this week. And generally I put my Christmas tree up right after Thanksgiving too. So I was like, oh, I guess that's something I'm supposed to be thinking about as well. What do you think? It's cute, right? Can you guys see the gold on it? It looks really cool. When I did it, there's words, and I tried to make sure that the words were right side up and everything on the other side. And I did it flat on this side. You could do double-sided, you know, with the embossing, but I wanted to do flat on this side because I knew I was going to be gluing them down, and I just figured it would glue better if I did it that way. Okay. I did it wrong. Did you guys know that I was doing it wrong? I'm telling you. That's really frustrating. I don't know what to do now. I'm gonna wipe it off. It's just gonna end up being a big mess is what it's gonna end up being. Oh, it messed up my paper really good. The glue actually rubbed the paper off. Things like that really make me angry. Really, really make me angry. I get very frustrated with myself when I do stupid things like that. It's dry enough. It's fine. Nobody will know. Don't tell anybody. Okay, that should be on the right side this time. And then this. I think I'm going to use this as a flip up. And I don't know what I'll decorate it with on the inside. I mean on the outside yet, but we'll find something. I actually did pull out some ephemera pieces that I have that are purchased. You know, I didn't make them, for adding to pages as well. I should pull those in and see what I can figure out with them. Okay, and I'm gonna make this as like a little thing. So maybe I'm gonna put it up here, because I don't know if you guys are like this, but my journals tend to get bottom heavy. I have to remember to put stuff up on the top of the pages. I don't know what I'm going to do on this yet. I'll probably end up weaving something through the holes, but I don't know. Let me see what I have up here. Okay, I know that I have this little, I think that I got this from, what's it called? One of those subscription things. I got it for like 3 months, and then I really have not used any of it. So my creative studio, cute things, and then I just don't end up using them. So we're going to use one right now. And I think I'm going to do it as a flip out. And there's barely any room right here. So I think I'm going to get one of my punches and give it a little bit more space. You know, to be able to get a hold of something that goes in there. Be a lot easier if you can actually get a hold of it. So we'll do it like that. So now I'm thinking I was going to do it like this, but I don't know that I want to do that. Should I? I have an idea. Okay, I'm going to cut this. Okay, so that'll still work to open and close. Yeah, okay. I'll punch something on there, I think. I found at a thrift store recently this, and I paid more than I should have, but the original price is still on there. It was $48.95, so you know, I didn't pay that, but it's all in there. It has the little the book and everything. I hadn't looked at the, oh no, it's not a book, it's just like a little piece of paper. So I thought that might be fun though. So let's see if we can punch it, see what happens. I'm gonna look, and when I, okay. I wonder what that is. I'm gonna have to look at the directions because there's like this little thing here that moves one way or the other, and I don't know why. What does that do? I don't know, but one of my, how do you change the numbers? Am I actually going to have to read the directions? Because one of them is not lined up, and I don't want it to be funky. Let me find a scrap piece. I'm just going to see what happens. I'm going to have to learn how to use this thing. It's not going to line up properly. Shoot. Okay, well, anyway, this is interesting, but I'm not going to use it for that. I don't know. We'll just glue it down. Sorry, you guys. This is... Oh, my goodness. So I don't like to bring up, you know, when people make negative comments and things like that. I don't want to talk about that kind of stuff on my channel. But this would be a video where I would expect somebody to be kind of nasty, be like, that wasn't very helpful. and maybe they're right. And so I guess if it's not great, you'll move on. If you don't like what you see, you'll quit watching. That's my guess. So anyway, probably we'll cut this page down so that you see more. I'm going to do it right now. I like to see the different layers of things, so we're going to cut it down. And then look, I've got scraps. I'm not supposed to do things like that and create more scraps for myself. What I could do is just glue it right here and make it interesting on this side, but I don't know. Right now, I don't know. What else do I have up here? I really need to figure this out. So where did my papers go? I don't want to lose this. Okay. So some of the things in the My Creative Studio box, I don't know, like, they're cute, but sometimes I think maybe a little bit weird. A unique children's song. You know, like I don't know. I don't know how to describe what I'm, well, like every once in a while, there's something that's like really pretty and it says hot dog. So, you know, things like that are just a little off sometimes. Actually, I kind of like the backing. It's not the right color. Well, there's some of the right color in it. Am I thinking too much? Oh, look, it looks good on this side. I don't know. I don't know. I'll probably do something with that. What else do I have up here? So I have these. Let me just kind of flip through and see if there's anything that's color-wise. I don't know. I think that when I'm all done with it, I think that it'll be good, but I don't know if any of it is going to be something that you guys are going to watch or care to watch or anything like that. But I have to say, though, that it is kind of fun to just do whatever and not be real concerned about a theme. I should do some stenciling. I'll probably do that without you guys, though. I'm thinking maybe a paper clip. Don't know about this page yet. I'll do something. This is still kind of woohoo. You guys are probably like, take it out. No, I will not. I'm using it. You might not see it, but I am using it. Like by the time I'm finished is what I'm saying. You may not see the paper anymore, but I'm using it. So I'm gonna use this as just like a tuck, I think. This way. I'm gonna do it this way so that if you hear lots of noise, my daughter had some friends sleep over last night, so they just came upstairs. Okay. Again, I don't know what I'm doing there. Or there. Or there. What else do I have? I do kind of like this, but I don't. Scraps. I had cut out a butterfly and found that. So I don't know. Don't know about that. Oh, look, there's more pink. I have these also that I got somewhere quite a while back. No idea where. No idea. I don't know if any of them will work in here. They're kind of glossy. That's a Christmas tree. Okay. Okay, so this is something that I have such a hard time explaining to people. My vision used to be really bad, but I had eye surgery. And people are like, oh, you know, they don't understand. If people don't have the kind of vision that is like mine was, they just don't understand what you mean when you say my vision was bad. This is what my vision was like without glasses on. That's a Christmas tree. It's like, what Christmas tree, right? You can see the lights, but you can't necessarily see that there's a tree there. People just didn't understand. So like when I didn't have my glasses on, I could recognize people's shapes and hair color, that sort of thing, and that's how I knew who was coming towards me. I mean, don't get me wrong, most of the time I had my glasses on, so it wasn't that big of a deal. But when I didn't have my glasses on, which was very rarely, you know, very rarely, that is what it was like. Every once in a while, like, we didn't have, you know, a lot extra, I've said before, when I was growing up. And I broke my glasses one time, and it was my only pair. And so I had to go to school without any glasses on. What was the point? That's what I saw. People walking towards me in the hallway and stuff like that. They're like, hey. And, you know, when there's that many people, it is kind of hard to tell who's walking at you or who's talking to you. And, yeah, I don't know. I don't know about that one either. But yep, I remember that well. I'm glad my eyes are better. They couldn't fix them all the way, just because I've told you before, I have thin corneas, and when they do LASIK surgery, they thin your corneas, and they told me that they could only thin them as far as they did, or I would run the risk of losing my eyesight completely as I get older, because corneas, I guess, thin as you age. And so now I can totally function. You know, if I lost my glasses, it wouldn't be the end of the world. So I'm very, very thankful for that. I was going to do something and now I don't remember what. Probably turn my camera off and never let you guys see this video. So I wish that I had put this at the front, but never mind, I'm not going to say it. Sorry if this was terrible, but I do think that once I get the hang of what I'm doing here, what do you think? Should I leave it in or take it out? Maybe I'll leave the video just so that I can see if anybody watches and answers that question. Yeah, I don't know. Darcy, I need help. You guys, if you're here, thanks for watching, and I will see you soon. Bye.